Good morning, book besties. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If I'm a new face to you, my name is Lauren and today I am sharing my weekly reading vlog where unaliving also probably happens, okay? We're not just, it's okay, it's fine. It's Thursday. I read a lot. You can see my current. So this is a unique week. I don't really have a theme for it. My only theme is reading. So let's talk about the books I'm currently reading, huh? First up, I have a book that I wanted to start yesterday, but I was too busy, and by the point when I could read, I was too tired, so I just read on my Kindle. But it is Dawn of Onyx. If you've watched other vlogs of mine, you'll have seen how difficult this book was for me to get my hands on. I'm really excited to finally have the chance to read it, essentially. And since I worked so hard to get it, I don't really just want it sitting and rotting on my TBR shelf. Okay, so what is this book about? Let me just read the back for you, because that's easiest. The first in an epic fantasy romance trilogy, The Sacred Stones. Captured by the King of Darkness, she was forced to take the light within. Forced to find the light within. Arwen never expected to be the brave one, offering her life to save her brothers. Now she's been taken prisoner by the most dangerous kingdom on the continent and made to use her rare magical abilities to heal the soldiers of the vicious Onyx King. Arwen knows better than to face the ancient wicked woods that surround the castle on her own, which means working with a fellow prisoner might be her only path to freedom. Unfortunately, he's as infuriating as he is cunning, and he seems to take twisted pleasure in playing on Arwen's deepest fears. But here in the Onyx Kingdom, trust is a luxury she can't afford. To make it out of enemy territory, she'll have to navigate backstabbing royals, dark magic, and deadly beasts. But untold power lies inside Arwen, dormant and waiting for a spark. If she can harness it, she might be able to escape with her life and hopefully her heart. Essentially, I found A Promise of Peridot first, didn't realize it was the second book, and I looked everywhere to find this book. Finally found it at the 4th Barnes Noble I went to, but I got it. So now I want to read it, and I have a cute little bookmark that makes me happy, and I would like to shout out the little shop because I really like all her stuff and I need to do another bookmark order, so it's a little bit of spice. I'll link to her stuff. That is my physical read. If I get through this one, I want to do A Promise of Peridot, and then I would most likely go and get the 3rd book and possibly read the whole series this week because that's how I am as a reader. And the next book I'm reading is Her Perfect Girl. I got this as an ARC on NetGalley from Storm Publishing, so thank you for allowing me to be an early reader. It's a good book. It's a lot. It's really intense. When I read the synopsis of it, I didn't think it was going to be intense. Like, I listen to true crime every day while I'm working. The book's a little bit different. It's a lot different. It's really hard for me to read, actually. So I haven't been wanting to read it, but I'm like on 85% at this point. Okay, so those are my 2 books that I am currently reading, and I guess I can kind of talk about my plans for the week. What's going on? What are we doing? This week is a little bit of an intense week at work for me. I do have a lot of big meetings. I know I don't talk about my work on here a lot, but you're going to be seeing me in business clothes. And that also means when I come home at night, I will be ready to disassociate with the world and fall not into real life where unaliving happens, but fantasy worlds where unaliving also probably happens, okay? We're not just, it's okay, it's fine. I don't really have an audiobook that I'm listening to right now, and I think I'm okay with that. I don't really want an audiobook right now. I don't have much brain bandwidth for it this weekend. So today is Tuesday. On Friday, I'm scheduled to work from home, so that's really nice. This weekend, I think I will be making a change in the library reading room. My friend, she's moving in with her boyfriend, so she's getting rid of some of her furniture, and she has a very nice teal love seat. I think we're gonna go pick that up. I think teal would be fun in here. And my boyfriend, he's been using this reading room a little bit more now. I have this old Papasan chair that I bought used in college. So I'll be getting rid of the Papasan chair. This chair will be getting moved. The couch will be in, which will be a lot of fun. Why, you're gonna ask? Well, it just feels like a couch would fit in here better than 2 chairs. So now it'll be a chair and a love seat. But the love seat, he was showing me the math. on our couch, and we have a very large couch. So the love seat is pretty deep, 40 inches deep. I feel like that's deep. Alexa, how many feet is 40 inches?
40 inches is about 3 feet 4 inches.
It's a very deep love seat. Eventually I want to be able to do like TikTok lives, YouTube lives, and a Patreon live streaming situations. And so I think teal will just look a little bit better, and it'll be a fun pop of color, and like there's no rules in my library. I'm just kind of going as I go. So I also need to get a rug for this room, and we kind of decided an 8x10 would be best, which is a ginormous rug. Let me try to think. Oh, and today, this morning, in the next 45 minutes to an hour, I need to finish editing and export my weekly vlog that will be going live today. So usually my videos go live like in the afternoon around lunchtime. I think I'm gonna try out a new thing with my Tuesday vlogs. I think I'm gonna have them go live in the evening. Also, it's like a 45-minute vlog of me reading the Powerless trilogy. So just Powerless, Powerful, and Reckless, whatever. That's a beast. It was a beast to edit, and my computer essentially gave up on me last night. That was a lot of fun. I'm gonna get to editing. Hopefully I get a little bit of reading time in there this morning. So, because reading, like waiting until last night when I was in bed to read just was not fun. I like to read a lot more than that. And when editing got to the point where it was not fun, I was just like, all right, hands off. I can't let it get to the point where it's not fun for me. But yeah, so I have a very serious business meeting today, and I have to be businesswoman. But yeah, do I have reading goals for today? I try to always read about 200 pages a day now that I'm out of my reading slump thanks to One Dark Window. So that means I would probably get to around chapter 15 or 16. So that's like halfway through the book. It's not a huge book. It is 417 pages. Honestly, it doesn't look that big, so thank goodness. That's what I'm gonna be reading this week, and I will see you guys. I'm gonna try to do a daily check-in and be a little bit better about it and give more of my thoughts regularly. So there we go. But I gotta edit this video, guys. I gotta go. And I don't like editing long check-ins. So I'll see y'all later. Good morning. It's Wednesday. I was so frustrated yesterday. In the morning, I worked for like nearly an hour just trying to start editing in Premiere Pro, and it kept freezing and crashing, and it wasn't giving me an error code. So I tried that for an hour, and I was like, I have to give up. I have to go to work. It's just not working. So I got home from my meeting. My meeting ran longer than I thought, like double the time that I had allotted for it, which is fine. It was end of day anyways. I got home around 5, and I was editing for an hour and a half, and not editing like, you know, sitting down and doing it because it would have been finished. More like the program kept freezing. I was able to do some editing, but I only got like halfway through before the program was just like, yeah, no. And I was like, I can't keep restarting my computer. So I put out a little post on my community tab on my channel about, the software is just not working. I don't know what to do. I'm really frustrated. I use Premiere Pro. I don't know what all the major differences are. All I know is that's what I have available to me, and I don't really feel like spending money on any of the others when I already have this one. I thought I lost the video like twice, which that was soul crushing. So I'm really disappointed, like I didn't get to publish my video yesterday, and so I was like, well, hopefully on Friday you'll just get like double videos. Okay, let's talk about where I got in my books yesterday, huh? That's a little bit more fun. So because of that, I was just really frustrated at like the world, and so I didn't read as much as I wanted to. You can tell I got through chapter 4 and I'm starting chapter 5, so I'm on page 60 of Dawn of Onyx. And I am now 87% into Her Perfect Girl. I have 43 minutes left. I don't think I want to read Her Perfect Girl this morning. I kind of want to read A Dawn of Onyx. I also think tonight I'm not going to crawl into bed and read. I think I will try to stay upright so I don't fall asleep immediately. That's kind of my update where I'm at right now. I'm enjoying A Dawn of Onyx. She's kind of a funny main character, Arwen. So today's a busy day. I also got woken up with a wonderful notification from the weather app saying that there is a flash flood alert for my area until 11 a.m. But the rain's not going to come until 2. So like, what does that mean? I have to go out into the field today because it's Wednesday and drive 30 minutes on like a road that I have driven on before when it's flooded, and I didn't like that. But so that's just my day today. Franklin's being a weirdo. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have some confetti cake for breakfast because I'll get lunch somewhere too. I think just like not being able to post that video yesterday just like really hurt me a little bit. So let's read a book, let's be happy, and it's still gonna be a great week. Oh, do you like my new like little jewelry? I don't have a bracelet on today, but I got this. I don't wear pendants, but I got it in my monthly subscription box from Slide. And then these little hoops I really have been loving because it like you are wearing jewelry, but it's not huge and it's just classy enough. So like when I have my hair up, I don't like to have big earrings on. So what do you guys think? This is like a really quick check-in. So I'm on page 132. So I made it through chapter 9. I read more pages than I did yesterday. There's my progress. That's how much I've read. That's how much I've left. Bookly is saying I have like 3.5 hours of reading left. It got really good. There was a big plot twist near page 100. I'm not gonna say it's like addicting to read. I haven't gotten to that point in it yet. I am able to put it down. But the story is good. Arwen is an interesting main character. I really like how she's like struggling with like her brother and being like, I was always his shadow, but like why? Why do I always feel like less than? Blah, blah, blah. Dagden, I think his name is, the guy who's training her to sword fight. He's kind of funny. He's an interesting character. Her friend Mary, love Mary because like I feel like in these books we always need like the best friend who has like a good sense of humor. I guess skip ahead if you don't want spoilers. The prisoner was the king. Like, they did so good on this synopsis on the back, and I was shook. I'm kind of surprised she didn't recognize the voice in the room when she overheard them talking when she was pretending to be looking at a painting. I wish I had gotten my reaction because I was completely shook. Yeah. Do I wish I could keep reading this all day? Yes, because I think I could finish it today. But unfortunately, I have to be an adult and I have to go to work. I'm not a full-time reader. So, very good little book. I did look up the third one. I think yesterday I was like, and if I finish the second one this week, I'll go get the third. And the third one doesn't come out until October 8th. So maybe I'll try to get an ARC copy of that and see where that goes, because that's one that I would probably want to read. I'm enjoying it. It's a very simple fantasy, nothing too crazy. The king has some type of magic power, I think, to make him disappear, or so he knows like how to get into people's heads. Overall, interesting book. I am glad I picked it up. Overall, good book. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying my time reading it. It's funny. It's kind of lighthearted-ish. And yeah, I was getting bored there for a little bit, but then it picked up and I think it's gonna be a great book. Maybe I'll try to finish it tonight. I gotta get to work. I have a busy day, but I will see you guys later. Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. It's Thursday. So I wanted to update you on a few things. I finished Her Perfect Girl last night, and I am gonna finish A Dawn of Onyx tonight. So I did a lot of reading yesterday. So I figured I would just give a quick update. Today I'm like working from home, but I have a meeting in the middle of the day and it's an on-site meeting somewhere. So this is not what I'm wearing. I don't need to justify that to you, but Her Perfect Girl. That was creepy as hell. I got the ARC, or Storm Publishing, on NetGalley as an ARC to read. I guess I'll just talk about it briefly here. That was really creepy. It was a really heavy book. It dealt with children. He didn't unalive a third, so I don't think he could be categorized as a serial killer. He tried to abduct a third, and so I don't know. I mean, it's fiction, obviously. It was really heavy, and it specifically dealt with like the parents and how they were like coping and healing and their journey throughout all of it. It was a very heavy book. That's why it took me so long to get through. I think it took me 2 weeks to read like a 300-page thriller. I don't normally read thrillers that deal with children. It's just a little bit much for me, and that one, it was definitely much. So on my Kindle, I finished Her Perfect Girl, and so now I'm reading The Fiancé Dilemma by Elena Armas. That is for a book review video that I hope to push out soon. Okay, my thoughts on A Dawn of Onyx. So I am now on page 303. So I started on chapter 5 yesterday and I made it through chapter 23 yesterday. So I read a lot. You can see my current progress. Is it the best fantasy book I've ever read? No, the names of the countries or kingdoms, whatever you want to call it, are kind of cliche. There's Quartz of Rose, which I thought was pretty clever, like quartz of rose, like quartz, a court of mist and fury. So I thought it was kind of funny. I love that Cain is like, he is the epitome of touch her and you die. Literally, that is how she found out he was the king. Sorry, spoilers, I guess. I really kind of appreciate that our main character, our FMC, Arwen, is naive. And so, once again, spoilers, because I want to talk about it. Who is it? Holden, her childhood best friend that she thought she was in love with, but she realized she's not actually in love with. He was freaking using her. Like, what a scumbag. And the more she talks about her brother, I'm like, he's a scumbag too. Like, you were giving up your last coins to send to your family because the bag of coins that your brother stole, you know, he already blew through it. Like, getting your family there, but also just on stupid crap. So you're giving up the last of your coins and doing all this work and blah, blah, blah. Also, I don't know how her mother did not realize that Arwen's stepfather was like beating her all throughout her childhood. I understand you're sick. It's not my place to say, I guess, but I am a little bit disappointed. Got to the part where she is having to go to the Peridot city, Siren's Cove or something like that. Maybe Serpent Spring, to wait, because we just found out that Cain, I had the suspicion, Cain is a fae, but I didn't know he was like Lazarus's son and he had only been here 50 years. I thought he had been here much longer. He's 215 years old, he thinks. It's a long time. But at least it's not like, I'm 1,000 years old. Like 215 seems a lot more reasonable. Also, he was alluding to all of these lovers years ago, ages ago, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, if dude's 25, like, I'm 25, okay? Yeah, stuff that happened when you were like 16 can feel like ages ago, but you're like, you're hooking up with this old witch. Not like she's old, she appears like youthful and whatnot, but like 100 years old. And so imagine like a 25-year-old hooking up with like an 18-year-old. Like, you can see the difference. I don't see how that would make sense, but if they appeared to be the same age, it makes a little bit more sense. So once they kind of he started talking about his past lovers in that way, it made a little bit more sense, and I was like, there's something up with this guy. I also can't wait for Dagden to be like, Arwen, you are partially fae. The thing that always cracks me up in fantasy books is that for it to seem more like mystical or something. And so like the power that fae have in this world is called light with an E. It's just like, couldn't it just be spelled light without the E? But for it to be magical, it's just like really, it makes me laugh a little bit because it's like, is that necessary? No. Do I buy into it? Yes. Is it the best fantasy book I've ever read? No. Am I thoroughly enjoying it and here for the ride? Yes. I did request the ARC for the third book. Let me look up what it's called. Okay, so the third book is called A Reign of Rose, and it comes out on October 8th. So I requested an ARC for it. I kind of hope I get it. I need to go through and update some of my stuff on NetGalley. Thoroughly enjoying this book. Hopefully I will be starting A Promise of Peridot tonight. Like, I'm enjoying myself immensely. Okay, getting to technical side, I need to edit my vlog today. I did not film my Q2 book haul. I have put myself on a soft book buying ban, so I'm still allowing my book of the month club to come because that is fun. It's what, $15 or something like that, and I do it with my friends, where then we like go out to brunch and talk about the book we read. And then I have my monthly bookmark subscription. I'm also not gonna like go out of my way to buy books right now. I've been spending a lot of money on it, and I'm like, why am I spending so much money? I have this whole TBR shelf. I just need to go through my books and read them and enjoy them, and not just keep spending money on books for that dopamine hit. I need to find my library card. I have Libby, but I need to find my physical library card, and maybe I can do like going to the library. Reading books does not need to be expensive. But that is my update for you. I'm sorry I did not do like a little, not B-roll, but whatever, like a time lapse, I guess is the best way I can put it. Me reading last night. I was in quite a state, and it was hot. And so I'm very sorry. I was just like, I don't want y'all to see me like that. So no time lapse. Hopefully tonight I'm not feeling as gross. Also, I'm working from home tomorrow, so that's fun. I think we're gonna pick up the couch or love seat tomorrow from one of my friends. Oh, and on Saturday I have a soccer game I'm going to. I know nothing about soccer. I know nothing. We just have a new team in my area, and I got invited by some of my friends to go watch the game with them, and I'm like, well, I have nothing better to do on a Saturday night. This sounds kind of fun. So, but yeah, so those are the plans for the next couple days. I'll keep you guys updated, and maybe you'll come with me. Really loving this. I'm here for the plot twist. Bookly says I only have like an hour to finish. I have about 100 pages exactly. Pretty excited. So I'll see you guys later. Hello guys, it is still Thursday. It's Thursday evening. It's like 7 o'clock. I have about 30 pages left of A Dawn of Onyx. I have a promise. I have a promise of Peridot right here that I am hoping to start tonight as well. I just wanted to give a few more of my thoughts. So I was on page like 303. So I've read like 70-ish pages. But a lot has happened. Still a really good book. There was like some about to be spicy scenes, but nothing spicy happened. Just to give you guys a feel of what this book is, I'm really enjoying it. Lots of secrets have been told. Lots of stuff has unfolded. And every time I'm just like, woo, here we go. Here we go. Not putting this book down, apparently. Even though I'm like exhausted from work today, I'm like powering through. It's amazing. What else do you guys want to know about this book? Really great. Some of the stuff, like what Kane has done. Okay, spoilers. We just got the Seer's prophecy freaking revealed. She takes the jump so far, and I'm like, in that moment, I would not have jumped to that. Because the jump is, I'm just a normal girl with strange magic, to I'm a full-blown fae. So is her mom not her mom, or are her siblings half fae? I have a lot of questions. I'm sure they will be revealed. Also, her being like, he lied to me, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. At this point, I just want to be like, girly, roll with the punches. This man saw a use for you, and then he developed feelings for you, and he was working on trying to tell you his feelings and the truth. Roll with the punches and don't be mad at the man. Man has a lot of trauma, and he needs to go see a therapist. But this has been a really good book. One of the best fantasy books? I don't know. Is it a great time? Yes. Is that sometimes what I look for in my books, for them just to be a great time? Yes. So it's a good time. Don't come for me. But I am gonna sit down and finish this book in the next 30-ish minutes and just vibe. Maybe I'll like have you guys on for when I finish. I feel like it's gonna be a cliffhanger. When was this one published? It's a little bit different paper. 24. Okay. Oh, I still haven't heard back about my arc. So this one is about 50 pages longer than this one. We love to see it. Let's just get reading. Guys, hello and happy Friday. I didn't end up filming me finishing A Dawn of Onyx, but I did do a TikTok of it. So I'll put like my reaction somewhere, because you think I would have like remembered reading the back of this, and the thing that like shocked me the most at the end of this book is literally in the second sentence of the synopsis. But no, I had no idea. I think I rated this one 4 stars. Still a very high rating for me and my scale. Maybe sometime I'll talk about like how I rate books, but I don't know. It's a vibe. Really good book. I'm about 50 pages into A Promise of Peridot now. Yeah, I just have all the vibes. I'm trying to think of what I want to say. Okay, I mean, I guess I feel like if you're watching this vlog, you either 1, don't care about spoilers, or 2, you've already read the books, because I guess I'll keep doing this as like a courtesy. Spoilers are ahead because I need to kind of talk about it. So in A Promise of Peridot, like I get why Arwen is mad at Cain, because she is the one who's going to die in the prophecy, blah, blah, blah. Also, can we talk about that prophecy? Hold on, we'll put it on pause. I'll try to have a train of thought for 1 moment. Well, I mean, I guess it makes a difference if he's the dragon who flew her to Shadow whatever, the castle, that first night. But she kind of just needs to be like, okay, at first I was like a means to an end, and then they had suspicions, and then it was confirmed. But all through that, like, he didn't want to tell me because there was this giant threat of his dad, all this stuff. But still, y'all fell into love, y'all fell into like. Maybe see what a good guy he is. Like, there's a line I had just read. He's essentially being like, I'm not a playboy anymore, Arwen or die. Like, and she needs to understand to like kind of get the fuck over herself. I get the feeling she will in like the next 50 to 100 pages, but like this whole, she's like, ugh, I'm just annoyed by your presence, is a little frustrating. Also, I have started following Kate Golden on TikTok, and so she has shared some character art that I just love. I'm gonna see if I can put it here. Hopefully I can. You can transform into a dragon. Pretty dope. Can't remember what I wanted to talk about a second ago. Her mom died, which is literally the second sentence of A Promise of Peridot synopsis, and I forgot about it, which is, love that I could forget that, because then I was super surprised. That's what I wanted to talk about. How quickly she connected the dots on the prophecy. Like, okay, she has this weird magic and she can pull from the air and blah, blah, blah. But for them to be like, the prophecy's talking about the last full-blooded fae, and for her to be like, oh, cool, you're talking about me. If I were her in that situation, I would have been like, oh, okay, well, cool. It's most likely not me, because I don't know how I got magic. I've never been able to do that light thing you're talking about. I'm maybe partial, but just immediately she was like, oh, cool, me. Maybe it's not a huge stretch. Maybe she has a few more like cylinders firing than I do. The person she thinks is her mom, and we don't know if they look similar, so we don't know if she is her biological mother. And now she's dead, so we really don't get to find it out. Do the fae just spontaneously happen? Like, I'm a little confused. Because if we're like, okay, Arwen's mother is a human, then she can't be full fae. But if we're saying somehow Arwen happened and her mom found this baby on the side of the road, or was like whatever, and raised it as her own, and it did talk about like how she was conceived like a one-night stand situation. But even if that dude was full fae, in my mind, full fae dad, full human mom equals half fae. I will get off my like confused soapbox because I don't understand how that happens, but I'm just gonna kind of like close my eyes and like wander in because it's a good time. I'm not here for the world building. Oh, I heard this really interesting like perspective on the world building, because there's like not much to it, and it's kind of more like learn as you go, and that's because Arwen is learning as she goes. Very smart, love it. Which obviously, duh, that makes sense. And that's like a really good example of showing the reader and not telling, which I don't like that you just tell me, or using like her friend Mary to like, but instead like we are seeing the world and learning about this world as Arwen is learning about this world. Anyways, it's Friday afternoon. Yeah, I'm 50 pages in. I'm gonna get some afternoon reading done, hopefully tonight if the weather holds out. It's been saying it's gonna rain all day and it hasn't. Hopefully we can go pick up my couch tonight once my friend gets off work. Oh, here, I'll show you one I made an addition to the reading room. I propagated this little plant, and this plant had 3 roots, which for me, like when each of the roots are at least an inch long, it's ready to go in dirt. Like very soaked dirt, because I propagate in water. I don't know how other people propagate, but that's how I do it. And so he was ready to go in his basket or his pot today. And I just want to show you how cute it is, and it might look really dorky. There we go. So he's currently, I just had him like deep soaking so the soil could get really wet for him. But I just have a command hook up here, and I found this pot at Lowe's for $12. There he is in all his glory. So he would be my 4th, I think they're called pothos. Oh look, that's a new little leaf since we started. I'm so proud of him. So there's my chair. Very cute. And I think either along this wall this way or along that wall is where the couch is gonna go. Then this chair will take place of that chair. There's issues. Anyways, that's the reading room right now. So that's what I've got for you guys right now. I know I look like trash today. I just was not in the mood, but I'm very happy with my little plant. He's very cute. But I'm gonna get reading more on A Promise of Peridot. Oh, I guess I can also update you guys on this. I'm like 12% into the fiance dilemma. It's pretty cute. I don't really have like any full thoughts on it yet. Sorry, but it is cute. End of story. That's all I got for you. Okay, I am all comfy and cozy. Welcome to the new setup. I got a couch, a giant couch. I can probably like completely lay down on it. New setup. I probably want to put some decorations up and everything. I love it. It's huge. Like I'm sitting crisscross applesauce or whatever you want to call it right now, and my knees don't even go to the edge of the couch. Like I'm all the way back sort of, and my knees don't go to the edge. I love it. I've kind of been sitting here all morning since like 8:30, and it is now 1:30. I've been doing reading sprints with the Indoors Woman on TikTok Live. Wonderful. If you struggle sometimes to like stay focused while you're reading, I would suggest giving like TikTok reading sprints a try. They're on lives. I really like them. You've heard me talk about them enough, but I want to update you on A Promise of Peridot. So I did not get the ARC. I was declined, which I'm really upset by, but that's the start of the book. So I have, and I'm at page 278, starting chapter 30. Oh, here's my bookmark, by the way, guys. I'm really loving this book. I'm really loving the character development and the growth that Arwen is having, that Cain is having. I like the complexity that Mary's character is given, and Griffin is given a lot. I love this book. It's so good. A lot of people have been telling me it's a really good book, and I am so thrilled. What do I need to do? I got off the sprint. I need to go to Michael's and get some ribbons for the soccer game that I'm going to tonight with all my friends. There's like 7 of us going, I think, total. I'm gonna pick up one of my friends on the way there because I drive like right by her house. It only adds a minute to the total time, so like, why not? But none of us really know soccer. We don't watch soccer. We just got the tickets for like really cheap for the local soccer team here. So we're gonna go and have like a girls' night with it. Like none of us have jerseys or anything, but one of the colors is a dark green, and I have a dark green shirt, so that's what I'm gonna wear. Everybody was kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't have blah blah blah, and I was like, guys, how about we just like wear ponytails or something, and I'll bring some ribbon, and like we can all like be cute. So I want to go get some ribbons. There's 4 colors total, so I need to go to Michael's and get ribbon. And then I need to come home and I need to shower. And I want to get to page 350 of this book. I can foresee myself like finishing this book tonight. It is so good. Also, like my new setup here, if you saw in the little time lapse I did of me reading, Franklin is like right here with me, which is so much better than him sitting on my lap like he was in the chair. So I kind of prefer this. I think he prefers this with like hotter weather. I don't want to do like spoilers right now because that's just like a whole thing for me to get into. Oh, also we are learning more about the world and the other kingdoms. We're learning more about the Fae realm. We're learning more about Arwen and what her power means. We're learning more about Cain's power, all types of stuff. And so this, people are saying like this is the best book in the series so far, or in the trilogy so far. And I'm definitely like, it is really good and it's kind of living up to the hype. I'm really nervous for the cliffhanger that's going to be left on because the first one was left on a cliffhanger, and I'm really nervous, especially since I don't have the third book. Really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a wonderful day. So that is my Saturday. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Saturday, a wonderful day, whatever day it is you're watching this. I'm going to be leaving around 6:30. That's what I've got. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully I can come back after I've like kind of showered and gotten like halfway ready and do like another couple reading sessions. So it's my hope.
I need a coaster.
I have one. It's like the moment I set up my camera every time, my brain just goes blank and is like, you have never read a book in your life. Like, I finished the book last night. I need to like have my thoughts together so I can talk to you about them. And it's like, what book? Blank. So you just watched me finish A Promise of Peridot, and I'm so sad I did not get the arc because what a cliffhanger. This one was much spicier. Stuff happened in it, which is totally fine. That's like a normal progression. It is not a YA book. She's like 20 or 21. What a book though. Like what a book. Left on such a good cliffhanger, and I guess here's my moment for spoilers. So her and Cain do the honky tonk. I've heard a creator on TikTok use that term and I really prefer it. The whole thing with RCLOREN and what is that? Hemlock Island or Hemlock Isle. Like that started like on page 400 and there's 450 pages. So like you knew something was gonna happen. I did not anticipate that betrayal or double crossing from Amelia. What a bitch. Really hate that it was Ryder essentially who got his sister into this situation, because he's like, Amelia's probably like, oh, where are they going? We're going here. Where are they going? And he was like, oh, my sister's going to Hemlock Isle to find the blade. And then she scuttles over to her friend King Lazarus because she worked out a deal with them to save her country, which I get, and it makes the title. A Promise of Peridot is a promise that Lazarus made to Amelia so she could get her country back. I kind of knew she wasn't dead, like when she got impaled by the claw through her stomach. Oh, and then there's a line, I'm thinking through this. So now she's in Lazarus's keep. literally the last page. It was just dawning on me that I was likely in the Fey realm of Lemuria. I wasn't mere days or weeks away from Cain. I wasn't even in the same realm as him. So I guess we're world hopping, which is fine. It's great. Lazarus is really messed up. I'm really scared for A Reign of Rose. These are really good books. The world building was a lot better in this one, but she'd also she had to go and do stuff in the world. She had to learn stuff. She had to learn who she was. So it makes sense. And I think the third book, A Reign of Rose, which is the final one in the trilogy, she just started being able to use her power. And the whole scene with her getting, oh, that's another theory I have. She used the pain. Cain told her about the race, the Hemlocks or whatever they are. Okay, yeah, they're called Hemlocks. Alexander's men. And so that is who betrayed Cain 50 years prior when he was trying to overthrow his father. Hemlocks draw power from corpses, wounds, even their own injuries. And what did she do with Spider Lady? What did she do with Spider Lady? She used her own pain, her own injuries. So I think her dad is that Fey god. Why was her power so strong when she was always healing herself? I think we're gonna meet or learn who her dad is in the third book, which is really cool. This is it's a really great series. I won't do spoilers after this point. I think those are my main, we need to dissect thoughts. If you get a chance to read this book, it's great. They have tension. It's enemies to lovers. They have a beautiful love for each other. And it's just when you have the relationship and everything falls into place and you're like, one day we're going to get married. And it's not a scary thought. And it's we're really good together and we're happy. And it's just beautiful. And I want to say the honky tonk scenes, there was a beauty in them. That sounds really weird, the way I'm dissecting these scenes, but a beauty to them that only comes from when you have that person that you just trust fully and you understand completely and you have this wholesome kind of love with. And that came across on the page. So if Kate Golden is watching this or hearing this somehow, it's just so good. Really, really good book. So yeah, those are my thoughts on A Promise of Peridot, the Sacred Stones trilogy. I think it's a trilogy. I hope the third book is the last one. Not that I want the world to be over. I don't want the story to be over, but it's I don't know if I can keep taking this. Okay, now what am my other books that I'm reading? So The Fiancé Dilemma by Elena Armas. I am reading that one now. I'm 25% in. I'm just more in a physical book mood right now. So I just need to spend time here in the reading room on my couch reading on my Kindle, because whenever I go into the bedroom and I lay in bed with my Kindle, I fall asleep within 15 minutes. It's so bad. And then I picked up, if you watched my June TBR, which turned into July, my June TBR, I pulled this one as, I don't know, I can't remember what the prompt was. I have one book left on my June TBR, and so this is the other. So I had two, but I started reading it. It's a historical fiction. My sister got it for me a couple Christmases ago. My siblings and I have 5 older siblings. It's just easier for us to do Secret Santa style, and so each person / family draws somebody and we get them a gift. And so this was included in my little group of gifts that she got me, which is really nice and really fun. And so she and my nieces and nephew picked it out for me, and along with other cute little things that I have used throughout the years. I'm excited to finally read this one and tell her thank you, that was a good book. Last bookshop in London. So those are the other books that I'm reading into this week, and today I'm gonna end the vlog. Hopefully I told you it was Monday. Okay, but that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this reading vlog. Hopefully it inspired you to start reading A Dawn of Onyx and A Promise of Peridot. You will not be disappointed. There is so much tension. There are so many plot twists like throughout, not just like one near the end, but they're like boop, 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 boop. Definitely an underrated series that I have not seen enough on booktube, on booktok, on bookstagram, and thank you once again for watching. Please go read those books. I've done a lot of romantasy. I'm definitely a mood reader, and now I'm kind of more in the mood to read probably thrillers, honestly. I have some romance books I need to read, but like I'm probably more in a thriller mood. If you enjoyed watching this vlog and seeing my reactions, consider giving it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post a new bookish video every Tuesday and Friday for you to watch and enjoy. And with that, guys, happy reading, and I will see you again next time, okay? Bye.